Hey there, welcome to this session on embedded systems. In this series, we are building our knowledge of embedded systems from the ground up. And in this video, we are focusing on heart of it all, the processor. At the core of every embedded system lies the processor. Among all the components like UART, USB ports, displays, and sensors, and many more, among this, the processor is the most critical unit. You have already learned that the CPU is the brain of a computer. Well, that is the same in embedded systems. The CPU, also called the embedded processor, is what gives the system its computing power. Now, if you look at the different embedded system resources, you will see a lot of terms: microprocessor, microcontroller, ASIC, SoC, FPGA, and more. Don't let this confuse you. It is actually simple. Any unit that offers computing power in an embedded system is called an embedded processor. Simply a processor. There could be a microcontroller, a microprocessor, an ASIC, or even a complex SoC. Today, embedded systems have evolved so much that there is no strict boundary between processors used in embedded system and those used in general purpose devices like laptops or desktops. You simply choose the processor that best fits your application needs and cost constraints. In the previous video, you saw that embedded systems are all around us. The processor used in embedded systems vary. At the smallest end, some processors just few millimeter square in size, tiny enough to fit into wearable devices or medical devices. On the other end, you have powerful processor for automotive system like infotainment and ADAS, reaching size of up to 500 millimeter square. Yes, recently Texas Instruments introduced the world's smallest processor, designed for ultra small applications. It measures only 1.38 millimeter square and it costs as low as 0.16 US dollars. This makes it perfect for medical wearables and compact consumer electronics like earbuds, hearing aids, and fitbands. These must be smaller in size. Embedded systems and its components need to be small, including processor. On the other hand, high-end performance embedded processor like those in car infotainment that powers your digital cluster, head unit display, and the infotainment system and the ADAS can be massive, which are around 500 millimeter square, and it can cost in hundreds of dollars. So sum it up, embedded processors come in many forms and sizes, but they all serve one purpose: to power the intelligence of embedded systems. Hope this video helps you to understand how processors powers embedded systems. Thank you for watching. Meet you in another learning video on embedded systems.